God. They say why?
Already speaks for itself, and thank you for reading those. But I am going to share because I'm also an author. So I'm going to share a little bit of behind the classroom door. The teacher crying in the parking lot. The parking lot was almost empty when she arrived. For a few moments, silence filled the inside of her car. No students calling her name, no talkies buzzing through hallways, no emails demanding immediate responses, just silence. She gripped the steering wheel tightly as tears slowly filled her eyes. In less than 30 minutes, she would be expected to smile, greet students warmly, teach lessons, manage behavior, answer emails, attend meetings, complete paperwork, monitor testing expectations, and somehow maintain emotional energy to appear composed throughout the day. But in that moment, sitting alone inside her vehicle, she felt emotionally exhausted. She was burned out. But our why and the strategies that we're using for teacher burnout is what we're going to be talking about today. So today's lesson is not going to be about the student, it's going to be about you as an educator. Because as an educator, we are no good to our students if our mind and our mental capacity is not there. If we're not feeling up to par, then we're going to feel exhausted, that energy is going to shift. So with that being said, I would like for us to be able to, in this room, just have a breathe, an outlet, a place to just vent. So that's what this is all about. To be able to say, okay, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be back at the hustle and bustle, back at the excitement of the laughter, the excitement of learning. And then when I walk to Walmart, I see the school supply list, I turn it on the other way. You don't want to turn it on the other way. You want to be excited about it. But I have to say, that's not always the case. So we're going to be talking about strategies to help us be able to breathe in, breathe in, and breathe out. Because guess what? It's coming. Why? That's the whole idea in it. As you saw the comedian Eddie, I like Eddie, he was talking about all of the different hats that we wear as educators. We wear a whole lot of different hats, but we have to stay connected to our why. So why is teacher burnout so important? It's important because it is a part of your calm, your peace, your serenity, being able to help you stay connected in your profession. So teacher burnout leads to high turnover rates. When I was doing my dissertation, I found out there was a lot of high turnover rates with a lot of alternative certified teachers right here in Texas. So with that being said, that turnover rate also impacts students because if there are no teachers, then there are larger classrooms. With larger classrooms, you can spend more money, there's less time because what's going to happen is you have that inconsistency, meaning that you have the burnout, you have teachers turnover, also where you have people who are coming into the classroom, leaving. So we want to be able to sustain our people who are coming in, just like you've been here for so many years. As a matter of fact, who's the longest educator? Anyone been here 20 years? How many? 20? Good. How many?
I'm starting
32.
I'm starting
32.
29.
How many?
29.
29. And see, that's why we're here, because I want the people who have been here this long, just like with me, I've been here 27, 30. But the whole idea is we want to be able to share ideas, share strategies, because even you can have them in years, and by the time May comes, you're still ready to go. So we start over and start the process over. I forgot to put that one. But in this session, so in this session, what I want is for us to be able to just let our hair down, enjoy the moment, and we know that if the time comes, we don't feel like getting up the next day, at least we can have strategies. So we stay connected to our why. All right, the reality check. Here we go. I have a sticky note. On that sticky note, I want you to write one word and words that other people use in this whole study that I did. Because everything that we're doing is research based. So what it does is connect you and let you know that you hear the word, but you're not wrong. You're not the only person who have heard that word because you felt that word. If you felt it, someone else heard the word, and you sharing it, that means that now you're in a safe place because you're not the only person who feels that way. All right, so the first strategy that I want to talk about is sustaining teaching through intentional energy management. Protect your time and your energy. Protect your time and your energy. Prioritize what truly matters. Setting healthy boundaries is the first step towards long-term professional sustainability and personal growth. Maintaining your peace. That's the whole idea of people burnout. So in order to sustain and stay 30 years, it's like who stayed 30 years. In order to stay 30 years, you definitely have to maintain your peace. Because a lot of times we don't like to share out, we don't like to say that we are struggling through different things, but the strategy is maintain your energy, maintain your peace. So how do you do that? So that's what we're going to be talking about. You have to think about what's draining you and what's sustaining you. You can probably already think about some things that drain you just thinking about it, because I told you just a few minutes ago, if you're drained just thinking about it, as soon as you start going into Walmart, these places, you see that little yellow bus with all the school supplies, then you're going to be saying, I'm going to go the other way. I don't want to go that way. But you have to also think about, so what's keeping me here? What's my sustainability? What's keeping me here? That's what you're going to be thinking about. What is the one draining item you can use to start today? And what is one sustaining item you can increase to protect your energy, protect your peace? That's something that you have to think about. One thing that you feel like drains you, don't say the students, you can't say the students though. And something that drains you, something that sustains you. What is it that keeps you in education? That's what you have to think about. And so I can think of what drains me, and when we go through the different slides, you're going to be able to see that it also going to connect to something that I'm going to share in another slide. Another strategy that you have to do besides setting boundaries is prioritizing your self-care. And when people think about self-care, they always think about taking a bubble bath or something like that. It don't have to be taking a bubble bath. It does not have to be those type of things. But you have to think about what are some things that you are going to use to set your boundary so you can connect to your why. So what is it that you think when you think about things that connect with you? So with this one, you have to share that with a partner. So something that's not just, I'm just taking a bath, that's how I'm going to have self-care. But what else can you do to have self-care? To help sustain you through this educational journey. So this time you have to do a turn and talk with your partner. But that's Take a walk. Oh, okay, taking a walk. So shopping, cooking, eating, walking. So you got to walk it down after you shopping and realize how much money you spend. You got to walk it off. I can eat a little bit and now I got to walk it off.
I'm lucky, but shopping make me want to.
Yes.
Just plain good old rest. Getting holidays and breaks and summer.
And then that's why I went in the very first video when he was saying that summer is for recovery. That's true. We actually have to use our summer for our recovery. A lot of people don't believe it. They think that we're just out, like you said, shopping, cooking, eating, and just walking. You really have to rest. So that's one way to prioritize self-care. I'm swimming. I'm swimming.
That's all your body. Underwater, diving, all of this. You forget to breathe.
No, don't forget to breathe.
I also see my therapist once a month.
Therapist? That's good. And see, I didn't realize that Disney had the counselor and therapist till later on when I was teaching. I haven't gone there. I told my son to go there and tell me how I could go, but he's also a middle school teacher. So I said, you need what did I do? We teach in middle school. But he said, I don't want to do the small kids. I can't do that. But teaching is teaching. Yes?
Leaving after dismissal.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I just learned that.
Oh, after how many years?
This is going on my 50th.
You just learned that? You just
See that I see right now, girl?
See, that's what we got
I
to
didn't say
do.
so. How did you leave? Pick up the purse and walk out the door.
It's all gonna be there
It'll be there
tomorrow.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah, can I interject
Yeah,
something?
go ahead.
In addition to leaving, using that wisdom time to actually think. And I know, because, hey, I know, we follow the things, I'm just gonna sit here, rest and listen.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do, so you can get your personal needs when it's time. Use that planning time to, that is a game changer.
You know what she said? You get that plenty of time to plan.
Yeah. If you
I
get
get a
back
lot
to,
done.
yeah, if you get back to a lot of pre-K teachers, I know obviously, that time is an hour, that was an additional planning time for you.
We don't have much of a plan. We don't have. In our district, there's no nap time, so 45 minutes is. No, and it's nap time, but not really. So we only have like 45 minutes, even then, it's cut down, which it shouldn't, to like 40, maybe 35, because we don't have enough time for specials. And last year was just dismissal, right, but we have meetings for, maybe we have 2, maybe 3 planning, maybe, and that's it.
Well, I hope you get something out of this session to help you get.
Because then there's deadlines, and it's like, how do I get all this done in those 40 minutes? I have to go to the restroom, I have to go make coffees, the copier doesn't work, there's like planning. There it goes.
See, what just happened and what I want to happen in this session, I want us to be able to talk about and share to help and support each other. Because a lot of times if you don't talk about it, they're not gonna know. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna have on this, and that's being an advocate for yourself. Because if you're teaching 4-year-olds, then you may want to be an advocate for yourself and let somebody else know at the beginning of this year. All right, and there you go. It says leverage support systems, now, which means that seeking mentors, seeking people that's gonna help you, seeking someone that you can talk to, being able to have somebody on the campus that you can talk to, even if it's just another teacher. Your assistant principal is always, I can say that, is always a good person because they right there connected with your principal, they can let the principal know what's going on. Or then again, you may just be able to directly to your principal. But the whole idea is you gotta be able to say something. Because if you're dealing with 4-year-olds, that's almost like not having a nap time for 4-year-olds. Now, I can't say how your schedule is set, but that's almost like an age appropriate issue that you need to do. So being able to collaborate with your colleagues, collaborate with your peers, and talking to whoever you have, so that you can be able to build that community. I just have to take the workload home all the time. Because there will be some times when you're gonna have to take something home sometime, but you don't wanna do it every day. So just like you saying right here, Be able to try to use your planning time.
Because we found that they're not getting it.
Well, yeah. That is hard. Alright, so real talk circles, and that's what I want this to be. I want to be like a fast forward with doing real talk so that you can be able to go back in August, be refreshed, revived, and ready to go. So with the real talk circle, I have our different areas set up in groups. We have a group 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's a question that's divided into 4 groups. There's a question for each one. So the way it's set up is that I want you to be able to go into that group and then share out with some people, because you have to write it down, because we're gonna rotate. And then, so we have to call a count out like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then just keep going. You be the one again. 2, 3, 4.
1.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2,
3, 4.
1,
4. 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
alright, and then so you'll break out into a group, and then we'll do a walkabout and come back together. And you can write on the paper.
Room setup. Our prompt is
You can write. You can talk first. Alright, we get ready to rotate in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Words of teachers who were exhausted. She was burned out, emotionally exhausted. She was here this long, just like
how does your workload affect?
Okay.